Welcome back. And recall where I remember the last thing I did was a little bit of grinding off stream, and that was mostly just to mark 8 the gathering spots. Again, cannot say I enjoy the fact I need to enter the labyrinth to look at the map, but since it's not like EO Untold, where I have a one-time buff on town before I enter, it's not a huge deal. Still annoyance though. You know, after I sated my curiosity and got things mapped, I haven't ground since then, because I knew if I did that we'd be overleveled a lot more than we already are. I'm still not 100% sure on this take point, but I don't remember seeing Crab Apple at the other one. Guess for those who haven't kept up on Discord, you know there's actually a good number of you going by the reviews. I decided to cancel Friday streams because they're just stuck with my sleep schedule too much. Hey there, Blood and Iron. Right. Remember you had another name, and I think we named your character after that. Bismarck. That's it. Alright, so I do have some TP we need to restore, but who else? Or rather, remember leaving Noir in the guild without recovering his TP. Just double checking for that. Hi, Alyssa. Yeah, I think everyone here is at full TP if they're not in the main party, so we'll just take a quick nap, get topped off, and then... Oh, right, I probably should have spent some time to actually look for where the seed is, because again, all we know is 6th floor and just in the morning. In general, I've been a bit lacking in sleep lately, also getting a lot more responsibilities, I think, in general. But lacking in sleep, though, that's more so because I'm not quite going to bed on time. Oftentimes playing Warframe past the point that I should, but also sometimes I just eat a bit too late and I can't quite fall asleep if I've eaten recently. Just, you know, too much energy. So I set an alarm to make sure I wake up in time, but that means I'm losing an hour or two of sleep several days in a row, basically. And a feeling it. I got to sleep in today, which was nice, but that's clearly not enough. As for the general responsibilities, I need to install a new router, so next stream we should have hopefully better connection, because our old one seems to have been damaged by all the thunderstorms recently. A little concerning with the that's connected to an outlet that's probably damaged too, but whatever. Then there are the air conditioners I have to install, because I am the only able-bodied person in this house at the moment. And then there's also at work, on top of having 1 month to... Well, there's a deadline in 1 month to have the entire project meet standards, which we've been kind of half following up to this point. In part to save time, and also in part because like half the standards were hoisted onto us like last year. I think we can make it, but it may feel a bit tight, and then they also have to train a new guy who should hopefully take the load off, but until he gets really going on his own, it's just more work for me. I think that explains things in general. Yeah, I feel like I'll need it. So, yep. Alright, I'm gonna start searching at night and just hope that the event spot is still active outside of the morning, so we can mark it and come back in the morning. Yeah, no, I've been at my job for like half a year now, and I'm already mentoring someone. It's kind of messed up. Like, on the one hand, yeah, they trust me enough to get the job done, to actually teach someone, but on the other hand, I haven't even had a job for a year yet. How am I gonna go about searching? If we're gonna do a thorough search, so for some reason my gut's telling me that where I have to go is here. Which means we have to kill the Moa there. Probably not. Alright, I think we're still in the gathering party. Which means Des would be happy to hear that he's still in the party. Yeah, I think we'll leave Noir out for a bit until we start... Oh, inspect. Well, how that easy enough. Now what to mark this as? Either circle or X, and I'm not wholly sure which one I want to use. Yeah, circle. Well, I guess what we can do now is go gathering. I'll at least kill sometime. Anyhow, at the very least, after September, things should calm down quite a lot. As in, I don't think we have any major deadlines after that. Or at least I don't think any deadlines relevant to me. Oh, but this month there's going to be a interesting couple of game releases. There's Cyberpunk Bomb Rush? You know what, I should probably try to look that up briefly. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. That's the name. That comes out on the 18th, and then Armored Core 6 comes out on the 27th, which I only just recently decided to look a little bit more into, and yeah, surprisingly I'm hyped for it. I do say surprisingly, because the last game I was hyped for was Etrian Odyssey Nexus, I think. Yeah. So, I have expectations. do not think we'll get anywhere close to done with Etrian Odyssey by then, especially at one stream a week. Which is why I still have to ponder if I can do 2 streams or just a longer stream. No longer than 3 hours per stream. Longer than 3 hours isn't good. Unless you guys are fine with me just being silent for like past the 3-hour mark, because I will have run out of mental steam by then. But we can get more progress done in a longer stream, but like... also, I do like to take breaks when I'm playing normally. Oh, already gathered. This is... okay, we still have a thread. Okay. Yeah, the thing is, if I keep it Saturday, that means the stream would have to start earlier. Because right now it's set up so that the stream runs up into dinner time for me. And, well, I do agree, streaming at your dinner time or a little afterwards tends to be kind of the best time for most people. As I've mentioned, I want to have a more regular sleep schedule, so after dinner's not a great idea. I'd only have like maybe an hour at tops. And I'd be going right up into bedtime, and or at least my desired bedtime anyways. So that leaves starting earlier. Which I think I'm okay with. The question is, how much earlier? Will I remember to set up the script to start earlier? Because I know in the past it said, alright, I'll try starting earlier, and then forgot to change the start script. So we started at the same time. Nice level. It's a level up, probably. Thank you. If I take the time to do it right now, I definitely won't forget. Which means you'll have a dimmed screen for a while I fiddle with the Windows script. Fine, I'll get on it. Alright. Task scheduler. And gosh, it's been a while since I've found. Alright, our start stream. Triggers, edit the triggers. And we have... okay, so at least let's start 1450. Let's try... you want to try for a 3-hour or 4-hour stream next week? That is actually a good question. If I go for 2 hours earlier, then I could go 3 hours and end an hour earlier. I've heard of 6-hour streams, but that's just going to be rough. Oh, I'll rip next weekend. We'll start an hour earlier. And then get rid of the Friday one. Okay, let's start with an hour earlier. I also feel like I've hit a point of ennui with Warframe as well. There's a time where I was trying to make a competent build for every Warframe, and then I accomplished that, and I'm like, well, I don't have any other goals to strive towards, but at the same time, I have such a strong habit of just boot up Warframe when you're bored. In fact, I just kind of leave Warframe running while I go do other things, like read comics or watch videos. Warframe's just on in the background. And it really inflates the play hour, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm kind of at a point where I feel like we don't need those skills that much. May or may not be a good call. Yeah, it's definitely latched on to me, that game has. Because of course they added weekly stuff that I want to have because it opens up more build opportunities, which is kind of half of the game, is finding out some cool, fun builds to use. And seeing how effective they are. Part of the issue is the power creep means once you have an effective build, everything is but paper to your geyser. Really, Steelpath is supposed to be the hard mode of the game, but it's pretty damn easy once you've got some good configs going. Things die in like a single hit. Which, I mean, it's satisfying when you finally hit that point, where it goes from spending 3 magazines and headshots just to kill one enemy, to using one shot to kill one room. But once you're at that point, it's like, where's the challenge? Kind of like right now, with grinding. Probably heal up Fluff. know, I guess I don't really have a reason to play Warframe outside the weeklies. It's just a very ingrained habit to play Warframe each day at this point. And that is going to be tough to break. Especially when I come home mentally exhausted from the job. It's like, I know I'd enjoy a new game more, but as I've mentioned, it's you know, comfort food. Easy. And it does a lot of damage. Okay, it's been nice. Time to get some crab apples, but wait, how much inventory do we have? I can probably get our crab apples, we're fine. I hear ya. I've tried that when I was too addicted to ESO, and that worked for I think a few days before I just reinstalled it because I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I don't think so much uninstalling Warframe is going to help as much as you'd think. Well, there was the fact that I have rearranged my Steam. You might have, in the few times I've shown my Steam library, you might have noticed. In fact, I can just show it now. Let me just change the capture. You might have noticed the lists I have. So basically, I removed it from playing, and it's not to have my film, interestingly enough. Probably add it there. Alright, it is awaiting updates. Which we just got an update, so I guess that's that. That may help. The list is just to kind of help me sort through the library of like what I have and haven't played, so I can try to have my fill. Specifically named that to mean it's not that I've 100%ed it or anything, it's just I've had my fill. Played it enough, I'm satisfied. I can stop playing it now. And then the play queue for like all the stuff I haven't played yet. Favorites for stuff that I would replay. I like it enough that I actually want to replay it. Awaiting update as it sounds. Lunacid especially. And then playing, which Code Vein I haven't played since May. And I did beat the campaign once, I want to do it a second time, and then I forget why I stopped playing for a bit. Maybe there's a Warframe update. I don't know, I should get back into that. There's Etrian Odyssey. Uncategorized, I don't even know what I'm going to do with these. Mostly demos and stuff. Anyway, that's a glimpse into the Steam library organization I have. Kinda want to try fighting a foe at this point since we're so over-leveled, but at the same time, caution wins the better of me. No, I have actually kind of considered that, because I do keep mentioning how much I play Warframe, but part of me is like, well, what if I just start the stream with Warframe, then a half hour in we switch to the actual game? Because pretty often what happens is I'm basically trying out something in Warframe, then stream kicks on from the start script, and like, oh, gotta wrap up what I'm doing. And part of me is like, well, what if I just keep playing into stream, and then when I'm done, I can switch to the game? There's also part of the self-justification is the fact that it takes time for a lot of people to actually arrive here. Especially in the past. Nowadays, you guys seem to be here right at the start, but in the past it wasn't like a half hour, maybe even an hour in that someone would, at the usuals, would actually stop in. Like, alright, during the time when no one's here, we can just play not the game. I went this way just to not bother with the foe, but I think we should actually go backwards so I can get to the flower. And it is indeed the reason why this stream would be longer, Alyssa. It's longer so we can make up for the fact that we don't have 2 streams to get stuff done. So if you haven't noticed, when I spend a lot of time conversing with you guys, I'm not actually playing that much. Talking takes up a lot, or more precisely conversing, takes up a significant portion of one's mental capacity. Which is also why you shouldn't text and drive. You also shouldn't text and game. Yeah. In future games, they make some areas have a 0 encounter rate. So they're like safe areas, and I think there should be a safe area or 2 here. Maybe? Actually, I don't think so. Probably an Untold I'm thinking of. I've played Untold more than the actual original. So whenever I think of, oh yeah, I remember that, it was probably from Untold, not the actual original. I remember the 5th stratum because they really changed that in Untold. Like, tile set wise, they actually changed how it looked like and how it felt, not just the map design. Because in the original, the final strata were very claustrophobic. And they changed that in Untold. I guess, I mean, you can see it. Actually, I don't think I can aim the camera upwards. That was something unique to the 3DS entries because they didn't have anything else to use the stick for. But you see how you have, like, the ceiling up above, or that can't really see it all. It's, in the final stratum, it's, like, way low. Like, you can see the ceiling. It's very low. And it really does make it feel a lot more claustrophobic. No, you're probably remembering correctly, because they do tend to do that. They do tend to decrease the encounter. Yeah, especially later on, they actually play with the encounter rate. It's on a what feels like a per tile basis, because like different halves of the floor have different encounter pools and encounter rates. But in the first game, because it's the first game, things are pretty uniform, for better or worse. You don't need healing, but Alyssa will need TP soon. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever truly stop playing Warframe. Because on the one hand, I have achieved all the major goals I have for the game. On the other hand, they keep adding new content and they keep time gating it. try and draw out how long they're actually playing the game for, which I can understand why they do that. It doesn't mean I like them doing that. And on the other hand, I don't actually need any of that content to, like, complete the game in any fashion, because I've already completed the game, quote-unquote. Here we are. As you walk through the forest, you reach a calm place where light shines through the trees. Standing here, you suddenly remember the quest you accepted at the pub. The quest to raise the flower entrusted to you to fulfill the old man's last wishes. This must be the place on the 6th floor the old man had mentioned as suitable. I mean, I don't know of any other place, so may as well plant it. You place the seed into the hole you dug and begin to pack the earth back on top. As you concentrate on your work, you feel a certain air of imminent threat. Yeah, I had a feeling if it only grew in the labyrinth, it wouldn't be, non-dangerous flower. A swarm of bees ambushed you. Not what I was thinking. I was thinking Etrian Odyssey 5, where you have a very, very similar quest of like, hey, we found this seed. We can't really grow it here. Maybe it grows in the labyrinth. Could you, like, find a spot to grow it there? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll find a spot. We find a spot, and we plant it, and it grows into a monster. I'm like, fuck. They had a monster seed somehow. Yeah, this is low TP, but she got 4 volts in her. Fine. Good question why that's up here. These aren't our new species of bee. Another wave of bees attacks! Again, just 2, I don't think we need to use a volt here. Nice, another skill point. Before you can catch your breath, the bees attack again! That's not just bees this time. They brought the bee squad. The swarm seems to be dying down. And yet and here's the A squad. Curious what a level 5 cleaver does to an ape. I think it's was the normal hit. It was maybe around 70. What is a good chunk more, but not a huge amount. That's also just what skills are like in the first game. You never get any kind of crazy multipliers like 2000%. Except for ecstasy. There's a climax. No, it's ecstasy. The bee's violent attack has finally ceased. Remembering the planted seed, you look again and see that it has blossomed into a flower. An exquisite blue flower you've never seen before has grown before your eyes. Carefully take the flower and head to town to plant it in the old man's garden. Oh yeah. I'm trying to think if key items didn't have their own category. in the past, because I have a feeling they didn't in the first game or two. They actually took up bag slots. And of course, because they're key items, you can't throw them away. I know by the third game they definitely changed that, if it was ever a thing. Alright. Salve 3 is now immunized, is available. So the question is what to go for next, because we could go for immunize like immediately. Or we could go for revive. Or we could try to buff up refresh, or we could get unbind. Or we could try to make our combat healing actually usable, because cure and salvo 3 aren't going to do much of jack shit. Could go for Caduceus. I should probably just get immunized, then go for Caduceus. But again, I have to plan this out. 72 skill points total. I'm gonna need 10 for attack up and Caduceus. Not 10, 20. I need 20 points for that. So we've spent half of our points on healing skills already. Oh man, I didn't realize just how starved for skill points Fluff would be. I mean, I know it'll be worth it, but goddamn. Yeah, I think all we can really do for is get Revive up to a decent level, max out Immunize, and then I guess get Unbind to a decent level. Alright, should mark that. Didn't mark it before because wasn't sure how the event would go. Oh hey, cross seeds. I mean, I know we've sold cross seeds before, but just I wasn't paying attention to our harvesting, so I didn't realize we got 3 cross seeds. Yeah, that is a paltry reward for us at this point. Well, I mean, when you're overly cautious in this game, you end up very overleveled. Welcome back, kids. Oh, is that the flower that bloomed from the seed? Pretty flower. Only the old man could have seen it before he passed away. Thanks for your hard work. I think I'll visit his garden and plant the flower there. Thanks to YouTube comment, I think we're at item level for this one quest, because from what that mentioned, to meet a swordsman, if quote-unquote A rank it, you need a level 20 land snatch, so I'm just going to swap myself for the first slot, because I know this game really only checks the first slot when it comes to party events. So, here we go. Decided to take the request, have you? Good, hoping someone would. That poor kid, he'll never be strong, so he wants to meet a powerful adventurer. We need a land snatch above level 20. Do this for him, okay? Okay, explicitly say it. Fair enough. Oh, wrong one. That's nice. I don't think I'll use it until like a boss encounter, but that's nice. Welcome back. Goodness, you're a strong land snatch. Oh, let's go see the boy. I knew the boy'd be happy, but I wonder, is it okay for him to run around like that? Oh, the client was pleased, and that's the important thing. Keep it up, kids. Meet a holy knight. Poor kid, he'll never be strong, so he wants to meet a powerful adventurer. Be a protector above level 30. Do this for him, okay? Alright. I have to get Noir up level 30. Also note, there's no calendar in the first game. I think they had it in the second game. And again, it's definitely there by the third. As per usual, it's like I know things that are in the first and the third game, and I don't quite remember if they had them in the second. That's just been a pattern with me. Now, the question for right now is, do we keep Decim or do we switch to Noir? Because, especially now that Fluff is going to be learning Immunize, and we're already over level, we don't really need Noir for the moment. But there is that request to get level 30 Protector, and Decim would be the one to swap out. Yeah, I think I'll take that. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, the one thing I do remember, rather, the two things I remember, is that they overcorrected the bounce. So they saw the defensive focus in the first game thanks to Immunize and Defender. Then they overcorrected to be offense-oriented, so it's just like, what was it, Hexer and Ronin? And Gunner, maybe? Just all the time, all the damage. And the other thing is that they removed XP from foes, which was just bullshit. Like, they still drop stuff, they still fight them, but they gave no XP. What the fuck? I really hope they change that in the HD remaster, but I kinda doubt it. I still hope they did. Is this party registered? It's not registered. Yeah, this is pretty much it. Alright, I mean, Noir's stuff is probably up to snuff already. I don't think we had any kind of major gear improve. Alright, and we have an abundance of Ventol as well. Yeah, I'll take it. I remember why I was hesitant earlier, and that's because of how the damage calcs could work. Again, it's one of those things that they've kind of fiddled with each entry. I don't remember ever seeing what the one is originally for Etrian Odyssey. And while I kind of doubt they changed it, they might have. You know, they're doing bug fixes. And they've done quality of life stuff, and they've buffed up things that were utterly useless. Like Healing Touch. But in some games, the attack value is the end-all be-all, where you want that number as high as possible. In other games, strength doubles or even triple dips in the damage calculation. So having a strength plus weapon with a lower attack value is better, because the strength matters more. Yeah, I don't precisely remember the formula, but it was something along the lines of attack value either plus or times your strength value minus the enemy's vitality clamped to a non-zero, clamped to a above 0. Then plus a random epsilon value, which is like 1 digit, so anywhere from 0 to 9. Which is why you have that slight randomness in the attack values. And I think it was then maybe divided by strength, your strength minus the enemy's vitality. Just remember strength appeared multiple times, because strength also is used to calculate what your attack value is. So it's basically your strength stat plus your weapon's damage stat times your strength stat minus the enemy's vitality stat. So yeah, strength is like more important than the attack value on the weapon. I think that was Untold's formula I'm recalling, by the way. Because that, yeah, the first Untold was very heavily data mined. I don't know, in this game it might just be attack values that matter most, but in other games it's strength. And I haven't quite noticed it here, I think in part because I'm trying to play well, or rather build my party well, but I think I've mentioned how in the first two games, and they changed this in the third, it seemed like the damage formula was just attacker's attack value minus the defender's defense stat. So if I were to attack myself, I would be dealing 26 damage. 70 minus 44. Which means that as you get late into the game and the attack values hit the hundreds and defense doesn't quite keep up, things were... like defense was a flat reduction, while vitality, I think, gave you a percentage reduction, if even. In 3, they changed it so that defense is multiplicative reduction, so it's another percentage damage reduction, instead of a flat value. Although I think past a certain point they had it be a flat damage reduction. So it's like if you're a certain level above enemies, they basically do jack shit to you. Again, they have changed formulas per game. I think the one they got to in 4 seems to be what they've stuck with the 3DS entries. The DS entries, it's 1 and 2 have the same damage formula. 3 is where they finally made it percentage damage reduction, but they didn't quite get it right. And then they refined it in 4, and I think they stuck with what they had in 4. It may not be the exact same, but it should behave similarly. Or maybe not. Because when I'm remembering, and I think this applied to 5, and I don't know if it applied to any other games, that wearing less armor pieces actually had you take more damage. Because I think it was... Gosh, but I don't quite... What I'm struggling to remember is if it checked the actual armor pieces you were wearing, or if it was just a defense threshold. But basically they had tiers of damage reduction, where if you were so far above or below the enemy's attack value with your defense, you'd have an additional multiplier. So things would scale in a quadratic or a logarithmic scale type of deal. You know, exponential scaling on damage reduction. Which is why your quad-wielding Therian just got one shot at everything, because they have no armor and no defense. And add on to the fact how the formula works, like the damage they took might have been like 200 after things came out linearly, then the multiplier for having low defense takes it, and now they're taking like 600 damage, and it's just, oh god. Oh god, there's Therian everywhere. thing, I don't fully remember if it's because they wore less armor pieces or if it's just because their defense was low enough. I mean, same result in the end either way if you're of level, but if you're over leveled, then that's where it changes, because your vitality contributes to your base defense too. Oh, there's the poison. But we win. Oh, he's level 21. Yeah, he's behind. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Oh, are we gonna have damage floors? I think damage tiles start appearing on this floor. Which I will remind you, was an absolute motherfucking pain in the ass, because back in the original first game you had 8 icons total and 1 tile color. We had this color, and we had that color. And that was it. I've heard some people use the event icon to map damage tiles. I didn't do that, because I knew I'd run out of icons eventually. Because trust me, I make detailed maps, and in the third game, there is a limit to how many icons you can place on your maps. I hit that limit. So I know. Oh, I know. Yep, there's damage tiles. Now then, let's do this the original game way, at least for a little bit. Just so you can know the pain. Oh, it doesn't even show you damage getting taken. I do this. Oh, okay. Inside here is Chain Helm. Someone can use that. Oh, we're kind of hurting a little bit. I'm like the only one who can actually make use of the helmet. I don't think it's all that useful to me. I'm not sure 2 defense is worth 1 attack. That's not fluff. This is fluff. Oh, hey! It's neat seeing you in high definition and not in the 3D polygon version. Look kinda cute like this. Kind of. Now, do we auto-attack it to see how far auto-attacks get us, or do we use our skills to make sure we never see what it does in the first place? I'm gonna go with the auto-attack. Let's see how good a TP-efficient approach does. Oh, single target. Oh yeah, that almost kills it. Okay. We actually don't need to use TP then on that, unless it's in a group. If it's in a group, we might need to use TP to kill it quickly. Okay, need to stop that, put that there. And there. And now we have these tiles here. There we go. See, behold, this is how we do it in the first game. You just don't color in the floor. Which, if you've played the first game, even in Untold, I kept this room, you know what I'm talking about. Doing it this way was a royal pain in the ass. I might do this just for this floor. kind of just want to impress upon you how absolutely horrible it was trying to map with only one tile color. I've stated it before, but you haven't really seen it, have you? Oh, let me show you an alternative. Oh, 63. It's actually decent. At least for moderate injuries, not for heavy injuries, though. You need something for heavy injuries. So the alternative I've heard is that. Yeah, the water tiles I just made blank, but that actually made a lot more sense because you can't step on them. It's just like, don't draw a wall there. But here, it's just, oh god. So that's the alternative I've heard other people use. But as I mentioned, there's a limit. There's a limit to how many icons you can place on the map. And I don't want to risk hitting that, given how detailed I like to have my maps. How much damage does a fire do? By the way, I think it's fire. 119. Alright, and yeah, we're about halfway through the stream time, so I hope you're back within an hour. Otherwise, I'll see you outside stream. Ah, 2 levels away from having Thunder unlocked, and then we can actually pick your specialty element. Or go for TPF. I think TPF is nice. I mean, the first point's really the most vital because it's 10%. But having like 30% more TP is gonna be nice, because it means you'll last longer, and the TP regen is, yeah, it's kind of a trap skill. Probably just invest 1 point in it, if anything, because the second point does nothing, and you have to go to all the way up level 10 just to have 5 points per turn. Which isn't... Oh, I'm sure it'd feel nice to have it, but I'm not sure it'd feel as good as killing the enemy 5 turns earlier. I mean, for now I do plan to level things evenly, because I do want Flame Freeze and Thunder to be high level, but beyond that... I guess I'll have to ask Alyssa. The thing is, I actually don't doubt that. If I'm actually trying to grind, I might be able to do that in 1 level per 30 minutes. Or even sooner. Who knows? But I'm not going to be trying right now. With mapping. It's a new floor. I just remember what kind of foe appears on this floor. No, that might just be an untold gimmick I'm remembering. So the gimmick I'm remembering is that the foes are invisible until they aggro on you, and that was probably just untold. We are 2 away from a foe. I don't know if that foe is here, or here, or here, or here, or here. This 2 away is basically this whole diamond right here, which isn't quite good. I don't think I need to use attack skills. I think we just need Alyssa to use fire. Okay, it's there. Good. Good. Yeah, it's aggroed. Oh, there's damage tile. Wonderful. No, I wanted to show you what it's like when I did it. I won't use the ease. I won't take the easy way out. Okay, we have time to 2-turn this, and I think we're gonna have to 2-turn this. So I think what I'll do is I'll tornado and volt the sides. So close to level up. I don't think it can follow us, so we're gonna take the 2-turn approach for now. It can follow us. Okay, do we just have to flee to the other floor, or... What damage does that deal? 9 points of damage, 7 points of damage, 7... 5... Percentage. It's percentage of damage. Wow, it actually does just follow us through. Thank you. Do we fight this or do we flee? I don't think we saved since I did the quest, so no. The answer is no. Oh damn, it's a lot of poison ticks. Hey, that's the thing you have to be wary of. You're on the 6th floor. Everybody gets poison. You get poison, and you get poison, and you get poison. Okay, I think we have enough TP that we don't need to return to town, so I'll just make a save. Alright, and do not auto-battle because that. Because that. That's a poison rate today. Oh, hi there. Oh, we do have boost though. That's nice. The counter check is done after the damage applies. Okay. Made the save. It's already aggroed. Oh, it's aggroed by line of sight. That'd do it. Make sure we're in tip-top condition. Well, not top. Well, yeah, top condition, not tip-top. Wait, what? We fight it from the front and it gets a blind side? I call bullshit. We don't have Revive yet. Let's use a Nectar. We have 2 Nectars. Oh no. No, I don't have Thunder unlocked. I remember it's weak to Volt, but is it weak to anything else? Let's freeze. Oh, I did a good chunk of damage to it. I don't think we're really gonna survive this. I don't think we have the chops to survive this at the moment, but at least we can do damage. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to use the second Nectar. Oh, paralysis, right. it's almost down. That's actually fantastic. Defender again, so that way T-Dragon gets it, Shackle just in case, and Cure, which hopefully goes before the other, and then Freeze. Nope, T-Dragon's down. That wasn't very, tense. I invest in today. I think I'll master Cleaver first. And now we have to head back with 20% less party. And 1,000 Mental spent on nectars. Bring on a third one. Okay. Okay, we're doing a little better now. And now I just have to use the auto path because I don't want to walk to the stairs myself right now. And it's just high damage with a high chance to poison, or also even higher damage. Yep. Wait, if we can kill the assassins, doesn't that mean we can kill the bears too? I feel like that means we can kill the bears at this point. Your color's a little different. Oh, that's a man-eater, not a fang leaf. Yeah, it's a new monster. And it doesn't respawn that quickly. I was about to color in the tiles, but no, remember. We're doing things the hard way to show you. Just how bullshit it was to have one tile color. Also, in the earlier games, this poison did flat damage, not percentage damage. Although it couldn't kill, it would bring you down to 1 HP at the lowest, which was... it was a mercy, but still. Yeah, that happens. That definitely happens. Anywho. This means a couple of things. One, we have more areas we can map on the upper floors, and two, we have far harder to map on the upper floors. You obtain a crystal shot that emits a wondrous light. It releases a low pitch and a dazzling glow as if resonating with something. Perhaps it opens the mysterious crystals entwined with ivy seen elsewhere in the labyrinth. Yeah, it does. It does indeed open those. And it's not always treasure behind those doors. God, that is really a lot of damage tiles. And while an assassin is chasing you, oh man. Actually, I don't think we bought an area at red. Yeah, I didn't replace it. Good thing I noticed that before I went too deep. Actually, what is Thunder Dragon's defense compared to the others? Yeah, it's like 10 less, but you're taking a lot more damage, and I think that's because your Vit's lower by like 6 or something. In later games, yeah, there's a skill you can get that's usually on Medic or Protector that'll reduce the damage from damage tiles, and in some games it's like you level it up to reduce the damage further, in other games just at level 1 you have minimum 1 point damage, or even like full negation of all the damage tile damage, and then you just level it up to last longer. But here... if Survivalist doesn't have it, then nobody has it. Yeah, I have to check Decim's skill tree. Honestly, these damage tiles aren't that bad. As I mentioned, in the previous games it was 10 damage per step. This is like 0.5% of your health, it looks like, which is way better. Way better. It does mean the damage scales with their HP, but it's better than taking 10 damage per step at this point. Okay. Solve everything. Buy the one thing I forgot to buy. Double check skill points. I don't think we have... Yeah, I usually spend those as we get them. And then I don't think I saved... I mean, I have one with Decim in it, but I don't think I saved our other gathering party. Alright, again, if you don't have one that negates damage, then there isn't one. Some encounters, reach blind sides. No, there is no way to reduce damage from damage tiles. This is just a you have to win dark. Now, something important to note. We have a clear crystal right now, which means that's purple, there's a white. Oh, there's loot. And it's just a mole. It's just a mole. Inside is nectar. Well, apart from my inability to spell, I at least got 500 intel for free. Now then, B2F, that is... Yep, that's a clear crystal. Kind of want to bring Decim along, because I feel like we're going to... I mean, outside of those scenarios where we need an elemental shield, or rather want an elemental shield, don't think we really need Noir. I mean, just because Decim can bring us stab damage, which I think Survivalist is the only class that can consistently output stab damage. Not the only class capable of stab damage, but the only one that like has it as the default damage type. Ah, sweet. Got a leg bind on there, but also we killed it in one turn, so leg bind was a little necessary. Alright, time to map. Alright, so there's some loot. There may or may not be a foe behind us. We do know the game has been a dick like that. Soma! will so rarely use that, but it is nice to have. Cartography. Hooray, surveying. Navigation. Just long corridors into treasure chests. Nothing too fancy. It's a little fancy. Medica 4? I believe that's a full heal. Oh, that's 350 HP. You have Medica 5s in this game. I do wonder if they have Medica 5s. Gonna do a bit of face hugging that I should have done before. Check for any kind of hidden paths. Because it wasn't until 3, and I know it wasn't in 2, but it wasn't until 3 that they actually telegraph hidden shortcuts. Like, in 3, they actually have, like, a little thing on the wall that, like, if you're looking carefully, you'll notice. If you don't know what to look for, you'll very easily miss it. I say that from experience. But, like, once you know what to look for, like, you can very clearly spot where shortcuts are, because you see the walls a little different. But they didn't do that until 3. So for 1 and 2, you just have to put your face to the wall and look for the interact prompt. Oh, that's it. Any white doors on 3? Well, we don't know what's behind there, but given that we can clear this place already, tempted to give the Manta a try. Once you're on a door, says Paul. I know we haven't saved, but we just got some medicine. We got Nectar, Soma, and Medica 4, which aren't terribly valuable to me. It's not like we got some new, better gear. And I think since we beat the first stratum boss, means we should be capable of killing every foe in this stratum. Should be. Salutations, Alyssa. We've been utilizing the power of crystals to open untrustworthy doors. Alright. How badly could this go? Only I had immunized, then Fluff could actually do something. Now I think they're weak to fire. My memory is saying fire. That damage was kinda low. Yeah, they're weak to fire. Also, we should use our boost before we get instant killed, because that's something these things do. Hey, Armbind! Now we just have to hope it lasts the rest of the fight. Which I think it will. I think it will. Fantastic. Now we just have to kill 2 of those to get to a treasure chest. At least what I assume is a treasure chest. Yeah, I'm thinking I want to invest... I mean, I would love to invest in TP up and HP up, and attack up, Caduceus. My god, there's so many things to invest in. Well, I think we'll skip TP up because we aren't using that much TP. I don't know about HP up, because you're going to be on the front line. But it's so many skill points that we could spend and kind of need to spend elsewhere. Yeah, another stalker. Alright, Cleave, Fender, Puffs, Immunize, of course. Only we had CP. Actually, I don't know what the chances on CPR. Damn, man, that has so much less damage. Also, just so you know, even though Scythe doesn't seem to be doing that much damage, it has a chance to instantaneously kill. So seeing a damage number instead of a dead, that's basically a miss. That's just a normal attack, that's fine. I know, right? Like, if I weren't going for Caduceus, I'd just be like, alright, we can just invest in all the healing skills and keep you in the back line, but now that I want you to be a combat medic, it's like, oh no, we need skill points. Fighting a oh no, wait, there it goes. The encounter orb didn't reset immediately. Also, Alyssa, a good question for you. Which elements do you prioritize? Because it has been brought... Because when you really think about it, as much as I'd love to max all 3 elements, I want to max the single targets, but I don't think we have enough points to really max everything. You can't really get AoEs from multiples, so like, which ones do you want to prioritize? Actually, do I have points to max out Flame, Freeze, and Thunder? I mean, to the point where we could end the game, no, is the clear answer. It may be like halfway. Because I know I beat the first game at level 52. That was level of my party. We're gonna be a higher level than that, because, I mean, I grind. I grind, baby. You have seen me grind. But before the level cap... I mean, yeah, we should be able to master all 3 of those, but then we have, like, no points invested in the AoEs. Which was kind of the point of this build, because I really just want to build Alyssa for boss fights. Like, the AoEs would help so much in fodder clearing, but it wasn't really until the later games that they introduced enemies with a lot of extra enemies. I mean, there are bosses with extra enemies and parts and stuff in this game, but... Okay, Ice and Volt. But they aren't really as prominent, and they aren't as huge of an issue either. Especially because they didn't introduce multiple lines for enemies until the 4th game. So everything is front row. Get a front row seat to their own demise. Okay, this is going to be the super duper hard one, because you have to fight 2. I don't like that. So, I'm just gonna pray for a bit of luck here on the Armbind. That'll take some pressure off. Go bind. Okay, different entity that time. That's good, that's good. Cuffs again. Again, we don't really need to heal. The damage is fairly low. It's just the insta-kill chance. Oh, we're almost out of flame. I hope we have an Amrita on hand. With me being out of TP to use sword skills, that's really just expected. I really hope that Noir and I can actually take out Mantis on the left by ourselves. I do not want that to persist into a second turn, and we can. That boost was nice. Boost was nice. It was a nice boost. And there's your last spell. Okay, stuck down. Still no Armbind. There's Armbind. Everybody just dies. Hey, at least we got 2. No, we do not have an Amrita on hand. Alright, I know at the very least there is 1 chest here and there. Yep, it's 3 chests. Medica 3. I think Hide Boot's kind of behind the times at the moment. Yeah, it's a little behind the times. Yeah, can't get rid of that. Ah, 400N. That's acceptable. Alright, 1 level away from having Thunder. Okay. Once we have Thunder at level 1, the question then becomes, do we max out one of them first? Or do we do an even distribution of skill points like I'm doing with Thunder Dragon? As for myself, I plan to max out Cleaver first, and then worry about other things, because it feels like we kinda need Cleaver most during boss fights and the like, so I'm gonna just max out Cleaver. Then I guess I'll worry about maybe Warcry at that point? Probably Warcry. And the passives. The Thunder Dragon's just like, you know, even distribution, and then once, I guess once Cuffs is level 5, we'll get Ecstasy up. Or not. Because the bind rate's not going to be too great either. Because we do want Ecstasy, because I think it's like 800% damage to a fully bound enemy. In the Untolds, I think they buffed the damage output further. I think it was like 1,020%, or maybe it was 2,000%. Maybe it was 8,000%. Fuck, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a game where SC does 10,000% damage to a fully bound enemy. It's really difficult to get a fully bound enemy, because you saw the foe, they have like super high resistance to getting bound. Especially for a Dark Hunter, where they kind of have middling actual bind infliction rates. Why you want to pair them with a Hexer, who has high infliction rates. Even then, like, binds can wear off before you actually have all three. If you get all three, fantastic. You can start going ham. Now, there are no white doors here, but I think there was white doors below. On floor 4, you are... oh, yeah. Yeah, floor 5 has one. But given how exhausted we are, it'd be better to just go back to town. Also need to start sorting out our inventory because we have a bit too much medicine on hand. Got the intel, I might just bite the bullet and buy storage. Yeah, I have enough TP for important fights, but not for regular usage. Blizza's got enough TP for regular usage as long as we stick to the low-cost skills. High-cost skills is the same as me, only for important fights. I don't think we'll get back to town by dawn. Yeah, I am walking back just to save 100 intel. Just so we're clear. Well, it's more than 100 intel, because it's 100 intel plus the value of all the drops we're getting on the way back. Plus the value of all the XP we're getting on the way back. Minus however much the time is worth, had we just warped back to town instead of blocking. Oh, that is worth a lot. Sharp and thin mantis scythe. 900, jeez. Cut charm. Oh, wait a minute. Defense plus 2, HP plus 9. Nice. Okay, that compared to hide but HP plus 5. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you a cut charm then. Metal ring, I think was TP up. No, it's tech up. Alright, let's just store some stuff. So I'll store that. I think I'll keep the somas on. We have an extra nectar though. I'll keep the somas on hand. Sell it 2, yeah, we'll put that away. Brabant, we'll put that away. Okay, it does actually show how much items it held afterwards, so that's good. Well, that's fine. I think I normally carry around 15 items worth of medical supplies just in case. What level is Nora right now? 23. Cool. Let's report what we found. Oh. Oh, you have a mission for us. Our sources say you've reached the 7th floor, located in the 2nd stratum. I'm very impressed. Few adventurers in town have made it that far. Very pleased to see your growth as explorers, day by day. Which reminds me, I've just issued a mission that you may be able to undertake for us. I'd definitely like you all to accept it at your earliest convenience. A new mission is available. Select Accept Missions from the menu to see the details. I was just here to report some discoveries, but okay. Fangleaf, weak to fire like I thought. Woe to the traveler who uses this plant for an ordinary species of flora. Again, it's like immune to all the status ailments except petrify. Maneater. Aggressive plants accustomed to the taste of human flesh. Keep well clear of these. Assassin. Type of scorpion that carries one of the deadliest poisons known to mankind. Oh, it can get deadlier, and it has another drop. That's a chance drop, it's not a conditional. Conditionals are in the 3rd slot, usually. I'm actually gonna go and look, because... Yeah, charcoal, insecti. Yeah, 3rd slot. Oh yeah, also gold question marks too. I was about to wonder aloud if that was still the case. An overgrown man-eating mantis. Defeating one is a rite of passage for novice adventurers. I guess we're no longer novice then. Its skill, Scythe. Its item, Scythe. Its name, Scythe. Yeah, it's weak to fire. And it's resistant to all physical damage. That explains why we weren't doing that much. Took half damage from cut and stab. Didn't have any kind of bash damage. Which is where an axeman would come into play. Or smiting with the shield, but I don't think they have anywhere near enough skill points for smiting. Scythe. Sharp but thin mantis scythe. I kind of want to explore further on the 7th floor until they tell us to turn back. Let's see if we can even go. I do want to explore past the clear crystal door. But let's make sure we double check on that save. Oh. Wonderful. There goes our shortcut. I mean, we're stronger since the first time, but... Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we did save. And we get preemptive. And go for a headbind. Pop up immunize. You're weak to fire, no ice. $96, that feels like a pretty significant amount of damage to me. 179. Let's see how much HP it's lost. Yeah, a good chunk. We're far away from the conditional, though, if it's the same as what I remember. You know, right. You know what they call this enemy in later games? Saber Cat. As doofy as they made Fenrir look in Untold, at least it's a wolf. Actually, I should probably check its binder distances. Or I keep spending... No, it is weak to headbind. What the fuck? As I've said, we have like a low bind rate on Dark Hunter, despite them having attack skills that capitalize on enemies who are bound. Yeah, if you're having difficulty binding an enemy like completely, Ecstasy is, I'd say, worth the TP after 2 binds. Wait, did we never get the drop item off of Fenrir? That better not be the case. That better just be the uncommon drop. Yeah, it's actually that skill you're thinking of. Yes, it was in 2 and in 2U, and it was called a random ailment. No joke, it's literally in the name. And in 2U, they did buff it, so even though it is a random ailment, it has a pretty high chance to inflict said ailment, and it's a fairly strong version of that ailment if it has any kind of scalar component. But in the original 2, it was dog shit like the rest of their kit. Hey, in return, their ailment cut got buffed from like 200% damage to 2000% damage in the conditional. It was pretty damn good. Until I then learned that you can do like 9000% damage as a Fafnir in 1 turn, which is just... what? Like every class has gone Super Saiyan in 2U. And all the enemies have gone Super Saiyan too. You're just having 5-episode Dragon Ball... No, not 5-episode, 10-episode Dragon Ball fights. Unless you really know what you're doing. Like, it is such a fun game for veterans. If you can't min-max, it's that HP bloat. It really gets to you. But hey, it's not like the first Untold, where you just mechanically don't have as many options as the story party. With the story party, You only have one unique class, Fafnir. All Fafnir has is really high single target damage. There are other classes that can have really high single target damage. So while you're missing the Fafnir's brand of high damage, you can still make do with the classic party. But in Untold, you have the Highlander who has high area damage, and single target damage, and high bind rate, and party healing, and default stab damage. And the Gunner, it's also default stab damage, and has all the elements, and all the binds, and healing, and double action, and action boost. And there's just no equivalence in the classic party, because the closest you got is Survivalist with the default stab damage, and they just... You know Survivalists, their skill scale is strength, and that's one of their lowest stats. Ah, damn. I know in 2U they changed Survivalist skills to scale with agility, which was fantastic, since Survivalist became a very, very competent damage dealer. And support. There is a foe in this area. There is loot in this area. And I believe it's at the stream end time, so we're just gonna explore as much as I think is reasonably possible here. Nectar Q. Not Nextar. Nectar. Ravant 2. Yeah, definitely. Like, Survivalist is actually a really good damage dealer in 2U. Like, they have line shot, which of course does damage to a single line, but there's plenty of enemies that are actually weak to stab damage, especially those in the back line. And because you're ranged, you have no damage reduction to the back line, so it's like fantastic. On top of other damage dealing skills, it's just, they're actually really good in 2U. As are basically every class. Don't think there's a bad class in 2U. The reason why it's one of my favorites. Yeah, I feel the way they've done things is a lot better on PC than on Switch, and I somehow have a sneaking suspicion that they sold more on Switch than PC. I wonder what the aggro range on this thing is. Again, my complaint with these is that it takes up the entire screen. Whereas on the DS it was just the bottom screen. Oh. Turns around. Glad I wasn't directly behind it. Oh. I don't think it turns around. I think there's just two of them. Yeah, there's just two of them. I mean, I don't know what they are, but given we're inside a white crystal door, yeah, it may not be a Stratum 1 foe. That's true. And I could counter with the Steam Deck, but I know the Steam Deck is rather expensive. At least the high default storage ones are. How cheap was the low-end model? Actually, look that up on Steam. Yeah, assuming the yep, $400 for the lowest end model. I got the 650 one because I mean I have money now and I will take the faster storage, please. Take the faster storage. How much does a Switch cost these days? No, consoles are definitely a lot more expensive now than they were. Inflation as well as supply problems. Which is still somehow cheaper than buying a PC because frickin' crypto miners drove GPU prices up to being over half the cost of your whole rig. Oh, it just spawns. Fantastic. Excuse me, I'm just going to leave the room right now. That's true. I do have something that's worth less than the money they made it with. I should be checking for shortcuts, shouldn't I? Oh, and also just a reminder, in the original game, to check everything one. Okay, so I have that. One should probably safe to say it's going to be like that. There we are, map controls. Again, they do make full use of the entire keyboard so that we have menu navigation keybinds on IJKL, and map movement on TFGH, and actual movement on WASD. Emerita! That one thing I wanted earlier. How much does Emerita actually refill here? Is it like 20? 15. Right, I remember being disappointed by it. Inspect. Oh. Oh, that's one way. Here we are. Okay, we have a thread. We have a thread, and that's a one-way shortcut. Oh. Let's get the random encounter out of the way. Oh yeah, I remember default values for Rita being 20 and 80, depending on the game. These are second stratum enemies. I'd believe 50, given I've seen 80. So it is 1706, so I should call it here, and we do have access to quick save, so I think I might. Let's actually see what the hell's going on around here. We might have a little bit more time, or not. I don't know. Depends if dinner is now or in half an hour. Or an hour. Who knows? Most certainly not high. I'm the one who lives in this house. Also, I have an air conditioner on and the door closed, so hell if I know. I can't smell or hear outside of this room. Okay. Probably a circle, just gonna have to keep a keen eye on the foe radar. Because we don't want to get surprised by a foe just spawning inside the room behind us or something. As we know, we're fucking sure, this game does that. Yeah, the encounters aren't too hard, but they are starting to get harder. It's important to note, because usually in hidden areas and earlier strata like this, the enemies are pretty damn hard. They're usually either scaled to be as hard as when you find the unlock key, if not even harder. Now, this could be a one-way shortcut. It is a one-way shortcut, motherfucker. Well, at least that answers my question of, can we even leave? That empty space bothers me. It's gonna be a while before we can get back there. Should we call it now, or should we just risk going back in? We're leaning towards calling it now. Given the timing. Still wonder what foes those are back there. Because given the lack of 3D models, that is actually one thing where I do appreciate the 3D models, that you can actually see what the foes are on the map before you fight them. Not as universally recognizable as the glowing big orange fuzzball, but more information. Actually, how are we on items? 31? I mean, we can keep going for a while. You just saved. We're pretty decent on TP. Just saved again. It's just gonna be a pain in the butt to go through this little hedge maze to get through back to that area again. Oh, we can just kill them instantly now? Oh, that's nice. I wonder what just auto-attacking the wolf is like. Yeah, it's dead. Oh no, quartet of moles. Ah, still a long walk around. Yep, they just spawn here. We enter. Of course. What are you? Wolf? Wolf. It does make me curious what the foe in this other room is. Is it also a wolf, or is it something more menacing? It's a wolf. Alright. Away we go, back into uncharted territory. Yeah, I guess I'll go this way. Oh, hello. Okay, now I know what this corridor looks like. And it's just full-blown seconds round of enemies. Yeah, let's save our TP. Well, attempt to save our TP. Yep, stairs up. So yeah, I'll map the rest of this little floor's hidden area, and then we'll go up for next week. Because we can do quick saves. Or I can just head back to town after one. Interesting, so a bit of dead map space here. No, I misjudged the space there then. Okay. Pretty much everything. I mean, like, there should be space, like, this could have gone, extended out that far as well. So there's a bit of dead space here. Not that they've never had dead space in their maps, but they tend not to. Alright. We do have quite a ways to go, don't we? This is where I'll call it. I don't think I want to risk going any further. Time-wise, that is. Adventuring-wise, I think we're good. Yeah, we had half our inventory used, but that's fine. That's fine, we got a thread. We can go back once we get full inventory, but for now, make a quick save. That will be that. So, thank you very much for watching. See you guys next week when we try a 3-hour stream. See how far we get. Well, until then, fare thee well.